Yeah, so my question is like a lot of times when you're like alone, fully alone, isolated from everyone, you're in an environment full of pendulums and like things that are trying to suck your energy,
Yeah.
that is your parents, your old friends, your girlfriend, whatsoever. How do you fully detach yourself from it? Because you know, like you do meditation, shit like this,
Yeah.
but when this is so intense that happens every day, like how do you handle that?
Yeah, that's a good question. The main thing is just this is like similar to the thing with school too, right? Obviously, like pendulums will be there, but it's just about just kind of ignoring it, right? Even when you go to school, you don't want to be in school. You have all that shit going on. If you just instead of kind of like focusing on your current state, you just focus on the future or who you will be, or in your mind who you already are, right? Which is your future self. Then those things don't affect you because the version of you that's 50k a month, he probably, he just like knows how to handle it. He just like probably kind of like spends time with his parents from day to day, from time to time, because he already makes that money, so he doesn't have to like escape them. You know what I mean? That's what I do sometimes.
If sometimes like if you sometimes were you ever feeling that like were like getting trained by your environment, that you're adopting an identity of your environment, and like you get me?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, in school, for example, right, you always get like people clowning on you because you're starting a business, for example, or just your parents kind of like talking shit about you, or they're telling you, oh, it's not gonna work. Obviously, yeah, but bro, like I was saying, if you just lock yourself in your room the whole day and just work, those pendulums are not there, right? So it's about environments again. If you just like change your environment, go in your room, don't go into the living room with your parents or the kitchen, then you're not affected by it.
Is it beneficial if I leave the house and I just start working outside, like because after a point like you just start going insane, like insane.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, if you have any nice cafes, for example, in your hometown.
There are a few, but like there are everyone knows me. Like they just started. I have no problems like with them saying anything about me. It's just that they will come and started saying what's up, bro, and what's up, and like just,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a 5-star hotel that's like kind of far from my house. Really.
Why don't you just book an Airbnb, like in your hometown somewhere, just to like get out?
No. There are no like. I live in a really good house. Like there are no like better Airbnbs than my house. Yeah, like I have a pool. I have 3 things.
Why don't you just go to the hotel, 5-star hotel?
Yeah, it's kind of far, but yeah, that's probably what I'm going to start to do. What do you say, like, just because, like, I have way more, even though you're not from the States, you do not have an accent. I have a thick accent. And, like, after 2 p.m. Eastern time, bro, it's like night in my hometown. So what do I tell them? Because, like, bro, like, they hear the accent and they see, like, I'm not even in the same country, like, what do I tell them, bro?
But you know what's crazy? What I used to do actually, like back in the days when I was in the grind, so my room had like this, what do you call it? Like my desk was like at the wall, but over the wall was like a fake window, and behind the window was like just like lights,
yes.
like these LED lights, like these like super bright ones. And I just turned that on. It looked just like sunlight. And I just turned that on. I just told everybody I'm from Minnesota, from the same hometown as Zeke. And they're like, oh yeah, fair enough. It's like, oh yeah, Minnesota is like South Canada. I just like talked about them like about Minnesota and shit.
Yeah, that's what I do in my room. Same in Miami. Like I have like the biggest like lighting that costs like $200. But like if I'm outside in the 5-star hotel, I cannot do that. Like I could not physically hide from them.
So just tell them you're traveling right now in Europe. Like they always appreciate someone that is like well traveled.
Should they say like Dubai?
Say it, bro. Whatever, man. Say it, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So the number one advice you would give to your mentees, the people watching your videos, like would be just to detach yourself from your current reality and your current identity, fully focus and isolate yourself in your future identity, and don't even think as it's a future identity. Think of it that it's already happened, and just be fully focused on that. And what you do when something goes wrong, like when like you ignore pendulums, but after a point there have been so many that like they kind of influence you. What you do at this point?
Well, here's the thing: the version of you that's already making 50k a month, which is what you're trying to become, he knows how to handle that, and he knows how to deal with it, and how to ignore it, and how to not let it come get to you, right? So you have to temporarily kind of like become an actor. You know, you have to like act like someone else, like the version of you that is already there, and therefore you just get it. Because the thing is, the way it works is the version of yourself right now, that is, you know, you make like 10, 15K a month, something like
Yes.
that. He's not capable of doing those things you just said, of ignoring pendulums for like, let's say, 6 months straight. You just can't do it right now, which is fine. We're working towards it. So what you have to do is you have to become that person. Now, how do you become it? First of all, like, you know, like you also was talking about visualization, all that stuff, right? You kind of visualize yourself. You do like the special tape, which we can't disclose here on camera.
This special mindset tip that you will never get.
We can't disclose that here. But just doing all those things, right? And naturally, if you do those things, and you kind of like in the tape, if you say, I already am, you don't say, oh, I want to, because like in the tape it says what you wish to be, right? You have to say like, I already am this. You know, you like, it's kind of like, that's that, you know,
When in the tape, when they say desire, do you say I desire?
No, I already am. Because why would you desire it if you already have it in your possession, right? Like, if you have a Lambo, you wouldn't be desperate for a Lambo because you already have it, right? Obviously, there's a better Lambo you can have, right? But, for example, if you already have 50K a month, why would you be, you know, like, desperate or like, why would you desire to make 50K a month if it's already done, if it's in the past? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. That's a, like,
Why do you
small
stress
paradox.
over sales call? Why do you stress over whatsoever?
Wait, what?
Why do you stress over a sales call that didn't close? Why do you stress about it? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like what they say is that like if you already like think that if you already believe that you're making 50K per month, you won't care. Like for example, if you lose a sales call.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But when I used to take sales skills like 10 hours a day, every single day back in October.
How did you probably count this, how did you manage to get 10 appointments in your calendar, and what was your so afraid?
Well, here's some sauce. But what I was gonna say real quick is, like, if you have 10 sales calls a day, and say 8 of them don't buy from you, like every single time someone would not buy from me on a sales call, I genuinely would let these guys know that I think that they are stupid, that they are not intelligent for not working with me, because I have this belief so deeply ingrained in my head that my service is the best. If they don't go with me, they are retarded, because I gave them all the social proof in the world. I explain my service so well. I give them everything they need to make a decision to work with me. And if they still didn't do it, I genuinely thought that they were retarded. I never thought that it was my issue that I was bad at sales. I always thought that it was an issue with them. Right? Therefore, I just wasn't discouraged when I didn't close them, because I always kind of like thought that, hey, I'm the GOAT at sales. I myself, subliminal was saying I'm the best at sales ever. You know, like closing people is just what I do. That's who I am, right? Stuff like that. You know, so that's also like a pretty good mindset trick for you guys too. Like just not being discouraged, because like having the belief that you're the best at sales, even if it's not true, because it probably isn't true. I wasn't the best salesperson back then, but I believed it. Therefore, I was acting like it. Therefore, I wasn't discouraged when someone told me no. You know, so the main thing is it doesn't matter what is true, only what you believe is true. That's the only thing that matters. Because if you believe the earth is flat, you will act like it is, even though it isn't, right? If you believe that, I don't know, if you believe that, you know, some random shit, if you believe that, you know, you're never gonna be successful, then you will never be successful. Like, and you can be trying, but you will then subconsciously self-sabotage because you have that bedrock belief that you will not make it, right? So, it's just like, beliefs are like such a big thing, bro, because, you know, the truth doesn't matter, only what you believe is what matters.
Do you think this is the difference between you now and you in October?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like nowadays I believe that money is easy. Nowadays I believe that this crib out here is like my identity. This is just who I am. I stay in these places every single day. This is just me. I don't belong in my hometown. I don't belong in some like shitty apartment that costs like $20 a night. You know, that's just my identity. This is like who I am, right? You know, and you gotta do a lot of work to kind of get to that point, to kind of pursue yourself like that. But it's with enough reps, you actually get it. You know, and
I feel like a lot of times whenever, like, a lot of times throughout the last weeks and see, like, I feel like the special tape does not help me directly, but I feel like I'm programming my subconscious mind, like even like for example, like same as Jim, like the, for example, you don't see results for some time, but it's working underground, and
Yeah.
it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, bro, this is the thing with consistency again, bro. Like, nobody can prove that the tape actually works. Like, you have no proof. It's all in your mind again. Because the thing is, if you believe that it's gonna work, that's why it works. That's why, for example, for some people, that's why for some people, for example, they try it and it doesn't work. I know multiple people from certain communities that told me that's complete bullshit, you know? And that's why it will never work for them, because they just don't believe that this woo-woo stuff works. You know? I believe that it works, that's why it works for me. You know? The thing is, if you do that tape and you kind of like take action, you do it every single day, and you kind of believe that it's actually gonna work, well, you will then subconsciously kind of like create in reality for you that it's gonna actually, you know, come to fruition, right?
You after like I started, like the first days I listened to it, like the first week, I was just listening to it. I did not necessarily believe so much. It's just like you told me, like whatever, like your Kiwa or Zik tell me, I just like do it because
Yeah, you're paying us for the info. Like if you don't, you're just donating money to
that's
us.
like my fault if I don't make money.
Right.
And yeah, like I was just believing that's it, and that was when I like closed like 6K in 48 hours, like after a few, like not even like 5 weeks in the program whatsoever.
Yeah.
And like I still did not know like even how to use high level.
Yeah.
But after that I just lost momentum.
Why do you think that is?
Like I can blame environment, like, but it's probably me not being ready to scale. So like, because no matter what, no matter the environment I was after 6K, there would be some bedrooms that would just come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not able to, like, it's the same thing with happiness. If you're not able to be happy with like even like 2K, 3K, 4K, like not satisfied, happy, you will never be happy. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying, that like it could be the environment that potentially made it worse, but I think it was my mind again, not being able to manage everything.
But I mean, you scaled in your house, in your hometown, to 10K a month.
Yeah, 11K, 12K.
So I mean, it wasn't then your environment. It was something else. Because you did it before, right?
Bro, I generally think like that everyone watched this video, and you probably know it as well. Honestly, hitting like 10, 15K, like especially with what you guys, it's fucking easy. Like okay,
Yeah.
like it's fucking easy. Like that's what I say. Like if you just are able, like to just keep your mind where it is. Like even for 5 days, you just close like a few pips with
Right.
your system, and like it's easy, bro. Like but it's hard to keep up the momentum, bro. You know, when shit starts falling in the.
Yeah. Well, like, what type of, let's say, like, what type of pendulum did you encounter though? Like, what was it that kind of like made you, that kind of threw you off?
I was able, like, look, man. So June I made like 11.4K. I think it was really close to my top. My top month was like 11.6K, but I had to refund Cameron England, so it went to 10.2K.
Okay.
But yeah, the reason I was able to do that in June was because in these 3 days I literally did not talk to anyone. My father was not home. I barely spoke to my mom because I had exams at the time, and she thought I was studying for the exams, so she was not talking to me. And yeah, that's pretty much, like, I just did not talk to anyone.
That's why you think it went down. That's why you lost momentum.
Yeah, because after that, when like I started hanging out with my girl again, my parents like came home and started talking to me. They just blast me out with negative things. Blast me, like. And like my girlfriend, if you're watching this, like, you know what I love. You know I love it. Like, yeah.
Okay, so, bro, this is the thing, bro. I know exactly how you feel, bro, because I had that so many times. Even when I was in high school, even like in October, monk more time, whatever, you know. Well, why did you start talking to your parents again? Like, that's the question.
Because they were just like in the house again, and they wanted me to talk with them, and they just talking to me. Like, for example, 1 week before coming, like my mother was coming to my room every single day, 2 hours talking. Like, I just did not respond to her, trying to ignore her, but just talking about college and shit like this.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Just lock your room, bro. That's what I did. Like, for the whole day, my room was just locked.
Yeah.
And my parents like, cause I live in like like kind of like a long house, so right, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like stretches out. So they had to always call me on my phone when they wanted something, or text me on WhatsApp, right? So they never actually got into my room. They always just called and texted me. Just tell them, hey man, like, mom and dad, I'm busy. I can't be available 24/7. I'm trying to like make it out the hood here.
Yeah, I'm
If
just
you
gonna
have,
put the 10 minutes per day, like, what's up?
yeah, if you have anything, just text me on WhatsApp and I'm gonna get back to you in 10 minutes. Just don't do anything else,
Yes.
right? So,
Yeah, so you would say like the main thing the people watching, should focus on is not like necessarily like completely isolating yourself, but just like focus so much on like transferring your reality, like on like your future at the end of the day, act like it and like
yeah.
focus so much on it and try to.
Well, you gotta do both, right?
Yeah.
Because if you isolate and you don't do the mindset stuff, then it's all for nothing. If you isolate and you also, align yourself with your future self, then you're gonna make it. Because here's the thing, your brain is like kind of like a what do you call it? Like a radio dish. I think that's what it talks about in translation.
Yeah,
right? Like a radio dish, right? So for example, if you're isolated, all that your radio dish is, receiving is your future thing, your future self. But if you're kind of like living with your parents and they're talking about, random bullshit the entire time, they're talking about, oh, did you do your homework, shit like that, then you don't want to be thinking about that stuff because you're trying to scale a business.
Yeah, but it's impossible like to constantly not talk to them. They're in the same house, bro. You get me?
Yes, it is. Like, just don't talk to them. Just like, if they want something from you, just always have your AirPods on. Just like listen to subliminals, and if they want something from you, just take them off and like talk to them. Just avoid them. Like that's what I did. Like genuinely, anybody listen to this, if you're still in your hometown living with your parents, just avoid your parents because your parents are probably poor, and you don't want to be like your parents. Just don't listen to them. Like genuinely, I know it sounds rough and it sounds like a bad thing to do because your parents like they raised you and all that stuff, and you feel like you owe them, but. Like think about this, like what do you think is gonna be worth more to them? Like you talking to them every single day, or you ignoring them for like a month or two, you're making a fuck ton of money, and then just flying them out to Greece or Dubai and just spending 10K of them in a month. Like what do you think is gonna be worth more? So yeah, I just realized that I'm kind of sacrificing right now your relationships for like a month or two. In return, you can just give them everything you ever wanted,
What if they are like, when like other family members come in the house and they want to sing, like for example, like super low frequency, like cousins, grandmothers, grandfathers. These are the most low frequency people on earth.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it's impossible for me. Like, if I try to avoid them and not speak to them, I'm gonna have bigger problems. Like, my parents coming into the room. What the fuck are you doing? Why the fuck are you doing this?
Oh, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, so I just like when this happens, I just have to talk with them and just do the same thing that I would do in school. Just completely detach yourself from that, and yeah.
Well, so ask yourself this every single time you're facing a decision you don't know. So ask yourself, what would Panos at 50K a month do? What would he do?
Yeah, he would probably, well, in this situation, like if he had to, like he would go with his family, but he would be completely detached, completely.
Right. He would probably say hello and say what's up, but he would just not sit with them at dinner for like 5 hours. He would just go with it for 30 minutes and go up to his room,
And what do you do, like, so, personally, like, I love waking up, like, I can't wait, like, it's waking me up if I wake up, like, after 10, 11 a.m. And, yeah, just, like, my last calls are, like, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. And, to be honest with you, like, just because I told you, like, I do not do anything else besides, like, my room pretty much every day and, like, the gym. Like, it's around, like, 16 hours in the day that I'm alone. Whenever, like, I have, like, 2 hours spare time or whatsoever, what do I do? Like, because after a point your mind's like not really able to function like there's so much work and so yeah.
You asking if you have free time, what should you do?
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the reviewing stuff, like I'm talking about like I'm hitting easily per day like 12-hour work days, and after a point like my mind doesn't fluctuate, like doesn't really work, you get me? If I keep working.
Right. I mean bro, do something that's kind of just like to like cool off. Don't watch a movie, that's for sure. Like anybody watching this, if you're watching movies, bro, like you'll probably not make it.
I'm trying to find an activity that, like, for example, watching YouTube videos or shit like this, just takes energy out of me,
Mm-hmm.
my head, and still kind of distracts me.
Why don't you just like journal? Like just take out like a book, like a notebook, just journal what you did that day and the problems you've been facing and come up with solutions. Like, this is also gonna train your mind. What I used to do too, back in the grind days, every single night I used to like just pull out my journal. I think, bro, now that I think about it, like, this is like, I haven't like really journaled in like a year now, but like for the past 3 years before that, I've been journaling every single day, either before I go to sleep or in the morning. And I used to like write down what problems I faced that day, right? And I kind of like did the why technique, which means you kind of like, you face a problem and you like ask 5 times why is that a problem, or like why, you know, how can I fix that, right? And you will be amazed with what solutions you can come up with. For example, what I did once is I had a service delivery issue, and I didn't know how to like, you know, kind of come up with someone's ads, how to like make their ads, because I tried everything. And I just asked myself, what are people looking for? You know, like what are people actually looking for? People that are looking to buy a roof. And I was like, I just imagined myself being a homeowner. What am I looking for? And I was like, on a piece of paper, I'm looking for somebody who's gonna give me a fair price, not cheap, just fair price, right? I'm looking for someone who's gonna do like a great service, right? Not a cheap service, like not the best service, but like the middle thing, right? And I'm looking for someone that is in my hometown, you know, that's local, that is not like a big company. I'm looking for someone that is like small, medium-sized company.
Did you come up with these scripts then?
Yeah, I wrote those scripts after those thoughts.
And bro, they
Lean machine.
bro.
I know, they work.
Right,
Yeah.
those scripts are
And
cracked.
like,
No.
I guess, what was your show breakup? Like honestly, realistically, an average day for you was like 7 to 8 appointments.
Bro, I had probably, that's my phone. I'm gonna show you like October time. My phone is up there on the pink table. Can you pass that real quick? I'm gonna show you like a normal day in October's time. What it looks like. I'm gonna go to my old Google Calendar from October. So let's see. July. Let's go here. What's this? October. Let's go like in middle October.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, but
Oh boy,
so this was my calendar back in the days, boys. This is September actually. Never mind. This is October, right? This is all appointments here. All these colors are appointments here, right? And the green ones are the ones I closed. The red ones are the ones I faded. Okay, so you can see this is what it looked like. This is, oh shit, this is every single day. You can see I have kickoff calls here. This is one of the people I closed. Kickoff call Rick. Kickoff call Albert. Well, we probably have to censor the emails, but see like how many green ones here are. These are all the ones that at least put down a deposit or closed.
Give me a sec to count.
Yeah. They're either deposit or close, right? I just assume that they're gonna close.
Yeah, pretty much like around like 9 calls a day and like 7 to 8 sales calls.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
volume you need to do, bro, if you want to
Okay,
scale.
so what was your show rate?
65%.
65%.
It's pretty good.
Something like that.
Your centers did
Yeah,
a good
centers.
job, right?
Yeah, so the main thing is, I know some people have certain philosophies, but I'd rather have a small team that works like killers than like a big team of 20 people who are just kind of like all operating at like 25% of their capacity.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, how did you get, like how many SMS were you sending?
Like 3-4K.
3-4K.
Yeah, and I had like setters I trained these guys every single day. I made sure that they were killers, that I kind of duplicated myself 3-4 times. Because bro, I'm gonna always be the best setter. So I just like really invested so much time into these guys. I taught them every single word I say, the way I say it, my tone of voice, everything. And I make sure that they're kind of like me, just duplicated 3-4 times. And yeah, you just kind of like make them really feel like they're a part of your company. Because bro, what happens if you have 20 people on a single coaching call with your setters is it kind of like everybody turns their camera off, everybody's muted, and like it just kind of like becomes like a bad dynamic. On my coaching calls with my setters, right, with my old setters, I used to have everybody had their camera on, everybody was not muted, everybody was just talking like they were kind of like a big family, you know, like a big, like friends pretty much, right?
Yeah.
That's like what makes them want to work for you. If they
How
just-
many setters like were you having? Like did you have like one full time or 7 days?
I mean, bro, I had like I think 3-4 setters, like good ones. I mean, it wasn't full time, right? Maybe it takes like 3-4 hours a day to call up all the leads. each. Yeah, that's it, you know.
So 3 to 4K SMS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 3 yeah.
I don't remember quite, but it was something like that. Yeah.
Is that spread out like through three sub accounts?
Yeah, everybody had their own sub accounts.
Okay,
Yeah, I've got like with yeah, with around 2K. Like to be honest with you, I booked like around 4 to 5, but well, like I have a really fucking good show break. Like
Yeah.
I've got like, for example, like my main setter, like in the last 10 appointments, he had nine shows.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
That's very good.
she,
Yeah.
She like, and then like, bro, I've trained this guy so much, like, and he's able to tell, like, for example, not to book Mexicans that don't speak English, or
Yeah.
not to, like, he's able to qualify people. So,
Yeah.
do you think like it's generally okay, like, since he has the experience and has the mind to disqualify people, to just like, instead of booking, like, for example, there are some areas, for example, like New Jersey or Virginia, that it's full of Mexicans.
Yeah.
So, would you say it's just okay for him, like, to book like 2 instead of 5 bad ones?
No, of course. I mean, bro, and like for example, too, like I had a setter. His name was Michael. Watching the shout out to you. Okay, another Michael.
How did Ambiguo work for you?
Bro, he worked for me. So funny thing is actually, Michael Ambiko, he's from South Africa. He used to be my SMS setter actually. Like,
Oh, the nigga in the program. Oh, shit.
Bro.
yeah, he used to actually be my setter like 5 months ago, or 4 months ago, or 6 months ago. And he was a goat, bro. He was a goat. So I was like, bro, like, you're so good at this, bro. Why don't you just start your own agency? And like, funny thing is, I saw on calls with this guy like almost every single day too. I used to train him and everything. And he was like so good. He was like so willing to learn. I was like, bro, like, you're a diamond in the rough. It's like you actually put in the work. You actually care. You're a good, hard worker.
Like 10K months. Bro.
And then he joined the membership. I was like, bro, join up. I got you. And now he makes like, 10K a month, 20K a month.
Yeah.
And he's 17, bro, from South Africa, from the slums, bro. And he's about to like make it up the hood, just insane, bro. So, and he's gonna come to Dubai with us actually, next time we go. So.
People don't realize like US currency compared to like South African currency, bro. That's like life changing.
I know, bro.
That's
Like, I was there in February, bro. Like $1 is like 18 of their currency.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
nuts, bro. So.
That's really nice. Yeah, man. Okay, so yeah, because I heard in a coaching call either you or Zeke say like whenever like you're sending 2K SMS and you're not booking like 10 appointments, like don't shoot more, just fix the scripts and shit like this, but.
No, I mean, bro, the thing is, obviously, it depends, right?
Bro, because you know what, like for example, Kiwa told me 2K and then he got to 10 meetings and 2K SMS, but all of them are fully bait and switch, and I do not think fully bait and switch will work in roofing, bro.
No, of course it won't. Here's the thing, bro. Like I was saying, I had one seller called Michael, he's in Ireland, and he used to send like 1,000, 2,000 SMS per day for me too. And he used to book only like 1 or 2 people, but the ones that actually booked always showed up, and at least one of them was close. So if you have a seller that actually produces, it is fine if they just don't book 10 a day, but they just book more quality over quantity. You know,
yeah,
that's totally
like
fine.
if they book like like for example, Adam, if you're watching this, like she's never booking more than 5, but like she usually books around 2 to 4 a day. But like again, like she's last 10 appointments, 9 sold up, bro.
Yeah.
And like they're
That's
like
fine,
they're
right?
actually
That's-
qualified, but
that's
like
doing-
qualified from the meaning that like it's so rare for them like to show up and be like, what's the price? What's the price? Or don't ask me questions. Like you get me?
Yeah, right. He just nurtures them. That's what
Yeah.
he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So yeah, just like find. How much time do you give the seller to see if he's actually good?
A week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like if they like, here's the thing. Here's how you know if they're good or not. If they actually put in the work. If they're actually on their phone every single day. Because then they're willing to learn. If they're not on the phone, then just fire them. Then they're
Some
just
people
wasting
are
your
just
time.
stupid, bro. Some setters like they're just like they are so willing to learn and hungry to make money, but they're just stupid, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
Like it's.
Right. I mean, bro, it depends. I mean, obviously, bro, if someone is actually putting the work but they're just bad, like, if you see potential in them, then train them. If they're like, for example, from fucking India or so, then usually it's a lost cause. Because, bro, if they have a big accent, for example.
Yeah, that's I never hire setters with accent.
Yeah. So if you see potential, bro, go for it. But if you feel like accent is kind of retarded and It's like,
Their mind. What about their mind? Because
bro, it really depends, bro, on the person, you know.
Yeah.
Like you have to just be able to like suss it out and see if they're actually gonna be good or not. You know, you just can't tell if they're gonna be good or not. You know, like even for example nowadays, if someone joins the program and I talk to them on the onboarding call, I can tell immediately if they're gonna if they're gonna print and make like 10, 20, 50K a month with us, or if they're just gonna make nothing and like leave after the first month. I can just tell, you know. So
Yeah, there are like just people that like join the program and they're just not. They do not even join the coaching calls. They do not like.
Yeah.
Like these people just deserve to stay poor. Like.
yeah, it is what it is, bro. Some people just want it more than others, you know. It's fine. But that's the thing too, bro.
It's like I was talking to my brother that I feel like I know like I already know that guys was like I've been living with you and sick like for the last 5 days and like I was talking to my brother like about May or like when I joined pretty much the program that I was feeling so lucky for the fact that we're so early in the program because
Yeah.
we know like all of the members that we're here now know that what's going to happen in the next 3 months and like how lucky we are, for example, that we're
Yeah.
the
Bro, because we're gonna scale this to $1 million a month, bro.
yeah, that's what I was saying, and like yeah, we just know it. Like
Yeah.
I know it sometimes. So
Right.
I'm really happy for the fact that we're early
Yeah,
in this, bro.
no, of course, bro. You're everybody in this program is super early, even you, bro.
Yeah.
Like everybody here. So I can't wait to see you guys scale up. But bro, you know, the thing is too, like I actually heard Tate about talk this once, what you were saying
What?
earlier. Also, I heard Tate talk about it once, what you just mentioned before this.
What?
With like yin and yang, right? So like there can't be like people kind of joining the program but not joining the coaching calls, right? It's like for it to be winners, they have to be losers, right? For it to be winners, they have to be losers again, right? This is like the yin and yang. That was like made 5,000 years ago. That's like old as hell, right? So, and that's the thing too, bro. Like for people to like succeed and make 10K a month, there has to be people who quit right before they're gonna make it, right? It's just like nature of life.
Yeah,
right?
bro. Like I get on my client's calendar when like I get onboarded and they just see the calls from other guys like in the
Yeah.
last weeks and
I
they're
know.
like, fuck you, bro. I closed this guy and
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I had that too multiple times. I was like, bro, who's that on the call? He's like, oh yeah, this guy tried to pitch me on like 10K up front. And I was like, yeah, glad you didn't go with them because we're gonna make you a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, bro. And yeah, I think the biggest thing it also helps a lot is just like helping people, like generally like helping people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's
Yeah, like this is the thing too, bro. Like every single business I start, I try to have the best product with the agency. Like
Yes.
I have probably the best product for roofers. Like I have probably a client success rate with the agency of like 90% because it's all my control. If my client doesn't see success, it's on me. I just fucking fucked up with the ad or something, or
Yes.
my media buyer shit. It's all my fault, right? With the coaching, you know, we still have a pretty high success rate, but it never can be over 90% because people will just sometimes not put in the work, right?
and you like
Like,
cannot
if someone joins and they just like don't do any work, like I can text them as much as I want. You know, tell them, hey, join the call, watch this video, whatever. If they're just not gonna do it, like there's nothing I can do, right? You know, it is what it is.
Why did they join the program?
What do you mean?
Why did they join the program?
I mean, but people do like sometimes a lot of like impulsive motivation. You know, this 3 a.m. motivation when you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change my life, I'm gonna make $1 million a month, whatever. But then it fades the next morning. I mean, people are just making decisions when they're like hyped up,
Based on emotion.
right? And then they
Not
just
on purpose.
exactly. And then you know, like like motivation fades, and then because they're not disciplined, they just don't do any work. You know, and that's
But
fine.
don't they understand that they fuck up their lives? Like,
I mean, some people are just like fine with being average. So, like, this is something I also never understood. I was like, how can you be, for example, how can you live on this island for 50 years and never leave because you grew up here, you were born here, and you died here? Like, I could never do that. I can never just stay in one place for the rest of my life. Like, I always have to be doing shit. I always have to be traveling. I always have to be making more money. I always have to be working on stuff. And even if I'm, for example, I'm making no money, I still want to be working on stuff. Because, like, bro, wow, like, I just hate wasting time. I just hate doing nothing, you know? Like, I could not live knowing that I could be something great, but I'm not. Like, I just couldn't do it. I just would probably kill myself, you know? Because, bro, like, I was talking to Kyo about this once too. Like, if me and Kiwa, if we would have not made it, like a year ago, 2 years ago, if we just
Wait.
no, not even quit. Like if we just like wouldn't have succeeded, like we probably would have taken our lives. Because like I just couldn't live with myself knowing that like I just can't live this life. Because like this is what I just always this is what I need, you know.
Yeah, it's like wasting your life. It's like
Yeah.
It's like I mean, like
It's either everything or nothing, bro. That's the thing, bro. I don't want the middle. I don't want the fucking 9 to 5 life. I just don't want the middle, bro.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, like yeah. That's fucking crazy to think about it. Like that's fucking crazy. Like to think about it. Yeah. Like I feel like the main reason people join the program and do not hit is because every time like I close, like I share, sometimes like I don't share it anymore, but like every time I close a 3KP for or like 1.5 or 2K retainer,
Yep.
like and share it in the groups that or whenever like I made like X money, like X week, like there's just people from the program that are just like DMing me and asking me like about stuff and like generally like the thing that I tell to all of them is just bro, just listen to the fucking mentors, like literally that's it, bro. Like it's not fucking rocket science, but I feel like they do not have a purpose in their life. Like you get me?
Yeah. You mean like they just don't know why they're making money?
Why they want to make money or what's their end goal or yeah.
Bro, like when I was like scaling up the agency, bro, I had this deep purpose. Like this was like also in my subliminal that I want to be traveling with the boys, living in big ass villas, just making fucked up money. This was my kind of like purpose or my motivation. You know, now this is it. This is the biggest villa. I'm traveling with the boys, you guys, making fucked up money. This is it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
Has never like happened to you for like consecutive days or weeks since November, like your frequency being so fucking low and like you're not like kind of desperate or whatsoever?
I mean, you can't be desperate because then you're acting out of scarcity, and then you like repulse everything that is good. You know, obviously you can fall into it for a second, but you can't allow yourself to stay in that state. You always have to like snap out of it. You know, so and like as life goes on, like you will become better and better at like managing your own mind state. And bro, this is something even I struggle with at this point sometimes. Like sometimes I just catch myself being like negative for like no reason, and then you have to like just realize what you are. Like you have to just realize, hey, I'm like at this villa, I'm like with sick people, I have this nice view, which is what people would kill for this, with this view to live in this crib here. And it's like I have no reason to be mad or no reason to be negative, and so I'm just gonna step out of it. I'm just gonna be happy now, you know. So it's just like realization is like the first thing. Cause bro, the moment you like determine a problem, like fixing it becomes very easy. If you just determine what your problem is, you can work on it. But if you don't know what the problem is, you can fix nothing. It's the same thing in business. If you know that you have a bottleneck with, for example, show-up rate, but you say, hey, I'm not getting any sales, well, it's not because of your script, it's because of your show-up rate. So you have to determine the problem before you can fix it, you know? So it's like a different, so else you're like fixing the wrong problem which doesn't even need to be fixed. Because like you might have 10 show-ups, and you close 5 of them, but you only get 10 show-ups a month. That's then pretty bad, right? So like you have different bottleneck, you know? So, yeah bro, it's like, just being smart about things, bro. I can see so many people being like so irrational, and like if they take 5 sales who don't close anybody, change the whole script, some shit like that. You can't be emotional about business because the people that are not emotional are gonna just out-compete you. Yeah, they're gonna fuck you up, bro. You know? So
Always acting according to your purpose and no like what I have also noticed is something that like not only me but I feel like most of the people like or in this villa whatsoever is like instant gratification. What I mean like either scrolling, either eating shit or having like masturbating or say like things that like are going to give you instant gratification and they're not going to last long. So for example, like if you eat some good food, okay, you're going to have an awesome taste, you're going to have a dopamine spike for 20 minutes, then boom. Or like if you're gooning, like like once you come, like after that you just feel shit or or when you're scrolling you're good, but like your mind gets fucked up.
right.
Do you allow any instant gratification for you? How do you like define instant gratification?
Well, bro, here's the thing, bro. Like, obviously, like it's not good to like do all these things. But bro, sometimes you might as well just like, let's say you close the pit or something, or you just made a lot of money that day. You might as well just treat yourself with like a cake or some shit like that, or like with.
Isn't this holding you back?
What do you mean?
Isn't this action holding you back because don't you want to act always according like with the same?
Bro, like you have to like, because the thing is your brain is like a monkey brain. Like if you always have pain and you always have you never have pleasure, then your mind is eventually gonna just like think, hey, this is not worth it. You have to like kind of have your reward system. Like if you do something great, you have to reward yourself, even if it's like just cake and it's not good for you. Obviously, for example, it's something sweet, for example, but your brain doesn't know the difference between those things. Right? So you have to always kind of like just give yourself some dopamine on purpose to kind of have your reward system work
What
properly.
kind of dopamine? Like because for example, at least like for me, like bro, just because like I eat like for like the last month whatsoever, like for the last year, only 100% clean foods whenever like I eat out. Like for example, even yesterday I took the tomahawk steak, bro. Like after that I felt sick, not because I ate more. Like I just did not like it. Like so whenever like I see like this process with like it gets fucked up, or whenever like for example if I have closed the different I want to watch like a retarded YouTube video, like I feel like my brain starts to drop again. But
here's the thing, just do something that gives you pleasure. For example, swimming in the ocean, you know, for example, or something
I
that
feel
is
like
not bad.
all of these things give pleasure, but I think they give pleasure in the moment. Like you get me?
That's
like,
good though, because you need that though. Because bro, like think about it. If you're always just doing hard shit, you never reward yourself, you never do anything. Like eventually your mind is gonna think like this is not worth it. Like why am I doing this for? There's no return on this because like your reward system just doesn't know how to function at that point. And it's just gonna like kill your motivation. It's gonna kill your drive, and it's just gonna jump to the bottom.
So a gratification would be like, for example, instead of like doing. A gratification would be, for example, me like whatever once in a month or whatsoever, living my content and going like, for example, in a luxury place in Athens, in a luxury place in Crete or whatsoever.
Yeah, for example, bro, like I don't know, like for example, taking your girl out for a date, you know, something like that, or having a good conversation with someone.
Got
for example,
Marco.
you know, something like that.
Panos over here.
Bro, she's dropping crazy sauce, bro.
Dropping crazy
Recording a
sauce.
video right now.
Like honestly, bro.
Oh shit, you're recording?
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
first, bro.
Yeah.
okay.
And there's Don, everybody.
okay.
I'm on the phone with Yakub.
We're just gonna probably cut it here because the boys arrived, but we're gonna probably keep this going eventually. So.
Look at this.
Bro, that was sick, bro. Honestly, bro. That is sick sauce, bro.
Of course, bro. I got you, man. I got you.
We got like a.
I got you.
Bro,
Yeah, bro.
that's
Senya is. I don't know if he's.
Bro, no, the sauce gas.
Bro, Marco dropped so much sauce, bro.